Had they not upset Georgia and Athens last year, I think the conversation would be very, very different around DeBoer right now. I think his seat would be red hot. Now, he has found a way to win 2 out of 3 against Georgia. But I'm going to tell you that that seat will heat up quickly if Georgia goes in and beats Alabama next year. The Crimson Tide Nation is looking for a reason to turn on him, and lost to Georgia in the regular season at home would give them all they need. And I think things could unravel quickly for Alabama. The other side of that is, I think DeBoer's a pretty good coach. So, but I don't think they've got the talent they've had. But I'm not sure that anybody really does, because under NIL it's turned into a bidding war and everything else. So I think that's hurt some of the top teams' depth. And, you look at Georgia last year, they were in a little bit of a rebuilding mode. And part of that had to do with they didn't really have the returning depth and experience that they've been having. And so they had to overcome that. Now they overcame it to the tune of winning the SEC again. So not bad for rebuilding year. I think they're more primed to make a run this year by far than they were last year. So I do like Georgia. I like Texas being in there. Oklahoma's another one we hadn't talked about. Them and A&M both feel like they were, I don't know. Oklahoma felt a lot like Oregon. Great numbers, but there was something missing. And I'm not sure whether Oklahoma can answer that question yet or not. I can't really pick them to go back to the playoffs, because I'm going to leave them. I think there actually could be a pretty big flip in the playoff teams in the SEC this year. I think Georgia and Texas will be in there. I think there's the potential that Georgia could be the only returning team from the SEC. There will probably be a second one, but I would keep your eye on. There's a couple, I want to say Ole Miss, but I can't with that coaching staff flip. Maybe LSU's back. That to me feels like a strong possibility. I'm going to say A&M's back. I think LSU, A&M, Texas, Georgia, maybe an Ole Miss, and you could have somebody come out of nowhere like a Tennessee, who they were better than their schedule. Their record indicated last year. So if I had to pick a dark horse out of the SEC, and they don't play Georgia this year, so that helps a little bit. Tennessee might be the team to watch out of the SEC, of the teams that won't be getting the big talk, but could end up being there. We turn and look at the Big 12. Texas Tech, to me, when you've got coaching change at Utah, BYU, I think, could be back. Those two teams are going to be towards the top. I look for Arizona State to rebound this year. Iowa State, obviously, boy, talking about decimated. This is why we need some changes around the portal and everything. You cannot have the entire team jump to the portal and leave with the coach. You can't have that happen. And virtually that's what happened this past year with Iowa State. That's not a sustainable model. That's ridiculous. And you had a lot of kids from Penn State leave and go with James Franklin out of Virginia Tech. But, outside of, to me, your two front runners from last year.